Hey guys, Savat the Mighty here, and I'm back with another Eve Echoes video. So today we're going to do a follow-up to the Mahler or Maller video. I was asked to see if it can do a little bit more and if it could run a Tier 6 story mission, so I am going to go ahead and run a Tier 6 story mission with this particular fit. I have 4 C-type medium pulse lasers, 1 Upir medium energy Nosferatu. I have a Caldari Navy stasis webifier, a Mark 7 Vespa. I have a C-type medium armor repper. I have 2 C-type adaptive armor hardeners and 1 C-type reactive armor hardener. Also going to be using a C-type medium afterburner. I have a couple of prototype semiconductor memory cells, an anti-explosive pump 2, and an auxiliary nano pump 2. So overall, this guy is meant to be very tanky. Have the afterburner so we can have a little bit of speed if we need to. But for the most part, I'm just going to be tanking and trying to give damage back. With the cruisers, it is going to be much slower to do these missions, but they still can be done. Let's go ahead and get started. So the mission we're doing is the mission that's closest to me for where I sit at in space. I've already actually done it before with one of the battle cruisers, and that is for Patriotism. Alright, so for wave 1, we're going to come in pretty close. Now with the cruiser, I may end up actually warping out in between waves, just so I can make sure I have the distance that I need.
Warp drive active.
Even though this is a tanky boy cruiser, it still has a lot less hit points, and I really don't want to end up on the 0 mark. The station... What station were we at? I don't even remember. Alright. So we're going to start off by killing this guy. Let's turn on everything. Goodbye. So even though the ship is a tanky boy, it can still do decent damage. One of the things that we really want to do is make sure that we do slow them down whenever they are up on us like that. And if we do use our afterburner, we can set some distance. Now, nothing that close is going to be pleasantly easy to kill, but we'll still get it. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, I trust in this ship's tank, and for all these normal guys, nothing to worry about. Okay, we can turn that off. Now with his ship on the waves with the elites, we do have to be much more careful. Okay. Let's lock him up and start heading on over there. Let's go ahead and actually turn on the armor repper. Fire on you. We don't really need to do much of anything. Target whatever you would like. Wave 1 is really nothing. I am attacking the Blackbird right now because the Blackbird is the one that is going to be draining us, I believe? Yeah. The Blackbirds in this mission normally are the ones that have the E-War stuff. So we want to stop that as soon as possible whenever you're in the cruisers. So I guess with the cruisers you still do want to pick your targets a little bit more precisely than with the battleships, but I mean you'll still be okay. With Wave 1 anyway. Wave 1 is nothing, literally. we zoom out here, we can see that we're just in the middle of everything. We're on the outside a little bit. We're 51 km off. Oh, I guess for anyone who hasn't seen the fit video, I could go ahead and show. Our defense right now, we're sitting with 78, 72, 68, and 77. Everything's going to be just fine. Just work on taking out these little guys real quick. I think we can turn this off now. Build up a little bit of cap. Let's approach you and focus fire. So the optimal range of my guns is 14 km, 6.3 fall off. So we're not doing full damage from back here, but it's fine. Now, this ship, again, like I said, is not as tanky as the actual battle cruisers are. See if you can get this guy down. So you do got to be a little bit more careful in it. And what I mean by not as tanky, it probably has more resistances overall than my battle cruisers do, but it doesn't have the hit points. So you got to be careful when you're taking all that damage still. It also doesn't deliver nearly the damage, so it doesn't eliminate the damage that's incoming nearly as fast. These are just things to be cognizant of. Cognizant of? Be aware of it. Also, too, your Nosferatu here, if you're not within 10 km, you're not really getting much out of it. So when you're getting down to these last ships, it is a good idea to start getting within 10 km of them to try to build up your cap a little bit more. But I would recommend in cruisers warping out during each spawn and then coming back at a more acceptable range so you don't have everything right on top of you. As you can see, where we're fighting right now, Fort Patriotism is at 26 km away from us. We don't really want to be there when the next wave spawns. Alright. Now we'll set up on the caracals. So overall, the first couple of waves aren't going to be bad at all. It's just going to be a matter of choosing the right targets, making sure they're taken down, and making sure that you're not center of mass where everything can just get on top of you and destroy you, which it very easily can do with the amount of ships that are there. So this guy's 40 km away. That is actually a little bit concerning. Okay. There we go. We're 32 away right now. Set a little bit of an orbit here. Okay. I want to get aligned with the station. And I want to take a look. Alright, so these guys are pretty good distance away from us. So we can turn this off and we can just watch them for a second here. Okay. This one's coming in hot. We can turn that off for the time being. And we'll start firing upon this guy once he hits about 20 km. Yeah, so focus fire now. And we'll activate the web as soon as we're able. Deado. Alright, our next is going to be this Cormorant, however you pronounce that. I'm having trouble pronouncing things today. Okay. We're going to do the same thing to this guy. Come on. There we go. And he should be deado. And there we go. Sniper is dead. Now we're going to turn around and approach this Griffin now. So, looks like a majority of the ships that were going to be problematic are outside of the pack. We still do have a couple of Blackbirds on us now. But they're just doing stuff to missiles, and we don't really care about that. We still do have quite a few ships left, but that's okay. We should be able to make it happen. Let's hit the afterburner real quick. Okay. We'll set our orbit. Everything should be fine. So this will be one of the Blackbirds down. Okay. Looks like there's one blackbird left. We are going to have to start approaching the pack now. That's fine. Alright. Let's go ahead and start orbiting this guy. Actually, I want to come this way. We still do got some Coraxes left there. Let's run her upper a little bit, get topped off. Let's move out. Alright, our blackbird is gone. Let's get this Corax real quick. And let's move this way. Next, let's take out this guy. We are right up on this MOA. That's fine, though. Let's do a sharp turnaround. I don't like him being at 11. We do have another blackbird, but this blackbird does not seem to be E-warring us at all. We don't need to slow that guy down, that's for sure. I guess we can lock all of them up. Yeah, let's orbit you at 4. And let us change our NOS over to this Caracal. Perfect. Cosmic Anomaly. We are sitting at 61 off right now. We want to keep an eye on that. Okay. One of the things I have been forgetting to do is actually collect the loot while I was around them. Ah, well. One of the things this ship lacks is damage, so it doesn't do damage very quickly. So these last little bits getting rid of the tough ships can be quite hard. Another thing that we have to be prepared for too is the ships that have the micro warp drives. We really don't have much to be able to take those guys out. So we're not running a scram on this. So those guys are going to be the most dangerous ships to you. We're sitting 50 off though, so right now we're in a very good spot. Once this mode goes down, we'll target over to the Blackbird. Keeping a close eye on where the center of this is, because we really do want to be ready. The next wave should be wave 3, and it should come with some elites. And again, we don't want to be right on top of that spawn when that happens. We want to be out as far as possible, so we can clear up the elites first. Or not necessarily the elites, but clear up the little fast guys that are going to come out. Now this guy, I am going to orbit at my full distance. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to orbit at 7 if I can. We're going to go ahead and turn off our armor repper. Yep. Activate that. And get ready to dock if we see them being too close. 78, that's actually very good. Alright, so they are way over there, so we can turn that off. And we're going to see who approaches. We will definitely fight them over here at our leisure. We will try to take out any one of the ones. So you are definitely coming in fast. We do have an elite Corax. You are coming in fast. You are coming in fast. You're coming in at a moderate speed, but I'd really rather see if there's going to be any elites that come sprinting towards us. Okay. Doesn't look that way. Alright. So our first goal is to get rid of all of these really fast ones that probably have some type of afterburner or micro warp drive. We're going to start firing on him. We don't want these little guys zipping around us. Like they're doing. So let's approach. Let's approach that. Who is our next threat? Well, we're already on him. Okay. So this is going well, but none of those were elites. So that's actually pretty good luck. With none of the little fast ships being the elites, that's great for us. Okay. Now we can start moving in. Right now we're just going to lock up the mana core. I want to see if any of the elites break off from the pack and start shooting over towards us. So I want to keep them unlocked so I can see if their position moves and I don't lock up a bunch. You can lock more if you would like, but I assume their position is going to change. Alright, I'm going to start slowing down a bit and moving. And now we're going to start firing. We are going to start pulling back a little bit. I do have a warp scram on me. In this case, it's just a regular disruptor. It's probably off of this elite here. Okay, we need to get out of here. We did let them web us, which is bad. But I think we'll still be okay. These elite Coraxers are the ones that are real trouble. Our tank is doing just fine. The other elite is still a good distance away from us, so we're good there as well. We're still going at 416 even web, so we don't have much to worry about. Alright, we've sped up a little bit. Our next elite is 30 km away. We can go ahead and slow down now. This Blackbird's not going to give us much of an issue. So that was a mistake on my part. I shouldn't let that guy get in with 11 km of me. Whenever you see Coraxes, be aware. They're the ones that normally have the webs, and you want to try to stay away from them. If they web you down and you're not able to kill them fast enough and other elites can get on top of you, it can get messy. Alright. There still is quite a few left, so we still got to be very careful. But I am going to come back in a little bit, close some range. And this time I want to come over this way. We're also going to lock up this guy. We do have that elite Caracal right there. I'm trying not to let him out of my sight. Should be able to hit these guys, if just barely. Okay. Our Caracal friend is coming in hot. Turn this on. He has also got a scram. I am going to take time out to kill this guy real quick. And then we're going to go back to the Caracal. Let's actually approach him. He seems to be trying to get away now. There we go. I want to orbit at 14. At the same token, I do want to keep an eye on the rest of these guys. Whenever you're orbiting, especially in these type of missions, you want to make sure you don't orbit right into the pack. The elites do take some time to go down. I am now approaching the pack. I definitely don't want to do that, so we're going to manually pilot this way. And now we are going to approach our station. Alright. We have our elite MOA friend here, right on us. So far, everything is under control. Probably turn this off for a little while. Yeah, he's getting pulled back into the pack. These elite MOAs, you gotta watch out for them. They love to pull you back into the pack. That's their bread and butter. That's what they want to do. So we're actually going to unlock him for the time being and start skimming off the rest of these guys. We got 2 MOAs that are relatively close. 3 MOAs that are relatively close. Start moving back. And let's hit our afterburner. These core axes are getting mighty close. I don't want to get webbed. Okay. I'm in a good spot again. Let's move more this way. There is a ring going on around this MOA over there. Let's start moving out. And I want to take out these guys if I can, just in case they have any type of webs. I'm not too scared of anything that can happen anymore. For the most part, we have it all under control. I could probably just fly up in there and be okay. But I don't like losing ships. I do kind of want to turn around here, though. Make sure I am heading a little bit towards where my station is. Let's lock you up, too. Alright. Let's get this last Corax. And how far away are we from the actual anomaly? 77, so we're in a good spot. Alright, back to our MOA. Oh, our elite MOA is back. switch over to him. Yeah. I think we're pretty safe now. We're right in the middle of the pack, but there's really nothing here. We have no Ewar on us. Nothing can really hurt us. Tank is holding excellent. Let's just start orbiting and killing. We can pretty much lock up everything at this point. I don't even think there's anything left that really matters. Yeah, we're good. Once we have this elite down, we'll remove the most damage that's on the field. And it's just a matter of time. Oh, I don't have enough lock. So I guess now we can really just coast till the end of this one. We do have a Manticore that's right on top of us, but that shouldn't matter too much. This isn't one of the elites. He's slow. All in all, this is going pretty smoothly so far. The only thing that can interrupt us now is the last wave. We don't need to have you on. We are down to all the cruisers though, so this little part here is going to be extremely long, just waiting for the damage to get applied. Yeah, you can take out that guy next. And again, we're sitting at 94 out from 4 Patriotism, and they're just chilling all around us. When the next wave spawns, we'll just make sure we're aligned to the station. If anything comes running out at us, we'll kill it, and we'll do the same thing. And hopefully it'll go just as simply as this one. And that'll be 4 waves done. So all in all, I would say so far this ship is doing exceedingly well. Let's go ahead and orbit you. Well, you don't have to attack. It doesn't matter, I guess. So now we can just sit back and play some chess or something while we wait. And the fun part is over. No more tactics, just orbit and fire. This ship is amazing. I guess this could be easier. You could do a whole lot better stuff with a T6 cruiser, but this one seems to take care of everything just fine. Now let's orbit you at 11, see if we can get some range halfway between the both of you guys. And one of the last things we want to look at. We always want to make sure we know where we're at. We're still sitting at 94, so everything's good. We'll get rid of the caracal. After the caracal, we'll take out the MOA, start the next wave. And the start of the next wave is where the action's going to happen again. This next wave should be the toughest wave. And if there is going to be any wave that kills us, it will be that wave. Alright. Start approaching. Let's turn that off. Oops. Approach, approach. Nope. Stop. We don't have time for that right now. Everything is really far away. We don't need to have that turned on. Okay, we have a Griffin coming at us pretty quickly. We have a Corax that is also coming at us pretty quickly. Whew, that is a lot. Alright, let's kick on the afterburner. Let's kick on that. And let's create some space. And we can go ahead and start firing now. It's not going to be much damage, but it'll increase as they come in. Alright, who's next on our list? Let's turn this off. You don't have to fire for the time being. So these guys are all neck and neck. I don't want to lock up too many. Okay. Focus fire on you. Let's focus fire on you now. Let's hit the afterburner. Put some more spacing if we can. We do not want to get webbed if we can help it. And we'll kill you next. We can go ahead and turn that off now. Alright. Our next troublesome couple is going to be these two here. Let's go ahead and slow down. Let them catch up a little bit. Our other buddies are over 100 km away, so it's just going to be a fight between us three. I really want to kill this guy first. Alright, let's start speeding back up. We are webbed. But that's fine. Okay. The one that I think is the bigger of the threat is gone. We should be able to just orbit this guy and just fight him to the death. To the death! Shouldn't have too many problems here. We do have another couple that has broken away from the pack. That's fine, it's expected, it's what we want. So they're going to be our next two ships that are targeted. This guy has a huge shield. But yeah, all these little elites, they can be, if they all get on you at the same time, can be endgame real quick. So making sure you're far out for this wave and just take them out slowly is probably the best thing that you can do, even in a tanky ship. Okay. Those will definitely be our next targets. Any elite loot? Yeah! Boo. There's no need for you to fire. Alright. We can turn off our shield rubber for now and just go ahead and we can approach them. We can start going on the offensive now. There still is quite a few of them left, but we can move in a bit closer. Which we want to do. Still think it's a bit too far. We definitely want to keep an eye on this next group. That next group is going to be a rough one. Alright. Let's do a sharp about face. That guy is deado. And so is his friend. Alright, it looks like our next pack is all blackbirds. Blackbird that we are concerned about is the elite. We are going to start approaching back the way we came. But we're going to lower the speed. I want them to catch up. Alright, let's hit our repper. Perfect. So they are coming into range now. Our damages going to start applying fully, and we're still keeping a good distance from the rest of the pack. There's no way these guys should be able to kill us out here, and they have no reinforcements coming for some time. That pack is still quite large, though. Oops. I just jumped the gun a little bit. No, I guess I didn't. Alright. Only a couple of elites left. Not bad. Alright, this guy's getting within 14. I think it's actually safe now. What we can do is, if we can stay within 14 km of him, we should be out of his Webifer range. There is loot all over the place. Yeah, you can speed this up a little bit. Come on, get in there. So this guy's probably the most dangerous one of all. He is draining our energy. He is also preventing us from warping out. And he's fast. Faster than we are, at least. Well, maybe not faster than we are. We are catching up on him. But he can definitely be an issue if you're surrounded by other ones that can't reach this guy. Yeah, I don't care. Here, be webbed back. We can both not go anywhere. So it looks like our dangerous guy is done, and then we have to actually start going into that pack. Oh, well, sorry. He put up the, I've got more shields than God. Alright. So there's a lot of ships over here, but a lot of these guys are the little dudes. So, and they're not elites, so they're going to die quite quickly. So we kind of want to do a drive-by and try to take out as many of these guys as we can. Oh! Well, hello, Elite Bantam. What are you gonna give us? So this guy kind of came out of nowhere. So what's the plan now? Well, we don't need to have our armor wrapper on. Let's zoom out a little more. Okay. Start locking. Here we go. Let's get started. Stop. All right, next. That Elite Bantam got pretty far back there. Alright, we have the Manticore blob being taken care of currently. No problem. Let's move over this way some. Get a little bit closer. Okay. Let's approach that, turn that on. We do not want you to get us in web of fire range, if possible. $17, $18, $19. We can turn that off. Still going. Our speed is already reduced. We do have the Elite Bantam coming in. Okay, reduce speed even more. No? Alright, turn back around. Let's come back up to 65%. I think we're fine. Let's move this way. Unlock this guy. Let's turn back on our shield booster. This pot of blackbirds here. Should be able to get those taken out pretty quickly. Okay. Speed up a little bit. Speed up all the way. The only reason I'm speeding up all the way right now is I don't want that guy to get within 11 km of me. 11 km is normally going to be the web of fire range if he has one, and since I'm so close to the pack here, I don't want to get webbed into the dirt. Alright, let's slow back down. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, there's a lot of core axes left as well. That's not bad though. Okay. Let's move more this way. We have the Elite Bantam, Elite Caracal Navy issue. That's it. Let's take you down first. We should be able to kill this one quite quickly. We can turn that off. Okay. I guess let's move back out. That caracal is running away. These elites in this one like to do that. I think this pack is fine. I'll take out this regular caracal. That'll lower the damage some. Alright, now we can start taking out a lot of these little guys. The pack will get thinned out and we're good to go. This last wave is most of the mission. Not really much to be scared of anymore. Our Caracal elite buddy is sitting there still. Let's place some damage on that Manticore until we get him up. You don't need to be on the lead anymore. That is not going to help out our cause. Yeah, so we're good now. This is all that's left. We have one elite, and the rest of this is garbage. And even if the elite warp scrams us or webs us or anything like that, we don't care. We can tank all of this. Yeah, we don't care at all. So overall, is it the quickest? No. No, it's not. Very doable though, very safe. Yeah, the elites even go down at a reasonable speed. So with no more elites anymore, this is just easy. We can just orbit and fire, until all of our cruisers are dead. Tier 6 mission is basically done. I mean, this ship does it quite well. Nothing to really fear from, just make sure you do what you're supposed to do in these missions, and every time there's a spawn, just make sure you're far away from the spawn points and choose your engagements wisely. And it can absolutely do tier 6s with no problem whatsoever. It being cap stable means you don't really have to worry about anything. If you do a better job of picking up your loot. Yeah, there's so much elite cruiser stuff around. What I'll probably do for this one here is I will jump out to the elite cruiser wreck that's furthest away, or whatever I can get to that's furthest away. Yeah, we're way off. it goes. And our last cowboy here, the Moa. Alright, so that's it. So how far out do I have to go? Let's see, can I warp to you? No. I think I'll have to warp to this one. Let's put up our hood ornament.
Warp drive active.
And let's start picking up our elite loot. The rest of the wreckage can be worth it, but I don't really care. This has been going on for a little bit of time now. I will pick up anything I pass by, though. Oh, hooray. Where is our next elite? And again, I'm going to go over there and pick that up, and anything that I do pass along the way that's within range, I will scoop up as well. Oh. Is there any other elites? Doesn't look like there's any other elites. Okay. There we go. So that was the entire mission encounter for Fort Patriotism in the Mauler. Maller, however you want to say it.
Warp drive active.
Let's have a look here. These guys are not worth what they used to be. So it does say 25 million estimated loot. It's not going to be anywhere near that, but it was still a decent haul. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and head back and turn in this mission. Everybody knows the mission is worth
Warp drive active.
25 mil, so I'm going to pick up another 25 mil from that. This one did take over an hour, so I'm sitting at a recording time of 1 hour and 15 minutes. And there's still a couple more jumps to go before it gets turned in. So can you do the tier 6 and this ship? Yes, absolutely. Is it going to be as short as some of the battle cruisers? No, absolutely not. So, but if you are in this ship, you can do your T6s, and I showed you off this one because it is the one that's right around where I'm at, so it's the closest one to get to. This one can do any tier 6 mission in the same manner, so it doesn't matter what you do, this ship can actually do it with this setup. The actual tank itself will hold, it doesn't matter. Again, as long as you're being smart about it and you're not staying at 0 whenever all the ships warp in, and you do take out the elite frigates on waves 4 and 3, some of the ones may have 5 waves. I'm trying to think. I've always been bad with the waves, but I know the ones that have 4, your first 2 waves are relatively easy, and the third one you start to see the elite ships, and the fourth one is usually the one that has all of the problematic stuff in it. But I do know 3
Warp
and 4
drive
can be
active.
interchangeable sometimes. With that being said, if you like the video, please go ahead and leave a like, and if you enjoy the channel, subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.